And even before I start the conversation, there are three images that come into my mind, born out of my experience on that day. The first image, and I think it was widely circulated, was that of Honorable Bishop Koskei being wheeled out of the chamber when the protesters came into the house and found that we had left him there. The second image is of the speakers being evacuated from Parliament ahead of the members of Parliament. And the third image is of that young man sitting on the speaker's seat and addressing the speaker in absence or in absentia. Why am I bringing these three images? The first image tells us that these young people were not malicious. Because if they were malicious, they would have harmed my colleague, Bishop Koskei. But more than that, it tells you that we are very selfish as members of Parliament. How could we run away, go into the tunnel, and leave our physically challenged colleagues in the House? And that's what we did. The second picture, where the speakers are evacuated ahead of members of Parliament. In fact, Speaker Amazon Kingi was evacuated in an ambulance. You know, in the military, if we're in military formation, the speaker is a general. The deputy speaker is a lieutenant general. The minority leader, majority leader are the major generals, and some of us are corporals and other ranks. In warfare, the general leaves last. You first ensure that your soldiers have all left or have been evacuated, then you leave. Here, it is a reverse. But more than that, when a speaker is evacuated in an ambulance, what does that tell you? The third image, that photograph, which has been circulated, I think I watched it from even CNN. And when you look at this scenario, whatever you want to say, Parliament was taken over. And this is a first, not just in this country, but I think in the whole of Commonwealth. I've tried to read through history and haven't seen any other jurisdiction where people have protested and entered Parliament. And it therefore goes to confirm what Article 1 of our Constitution says, that power belongs to the people. And we only exercise it as elected MPs or as elected leaders on their behalf. And so in a sense, that day, they came for their power. And I would like this argument to be philosophical. Because, I gave a statement and said, I think we should all go home and seek a fresh mandate, because the owners of the power have come for it. And they came for it in broad daylight.
Yep.
And this is despite